Today in Cosy Art Club, we're going to be finishing off what I started on Friday, which was the postcards for the iHanna DIY postcard swap. So stick around if you want to see what's going on this one. Hello and welcome back to a Cosy Art Club on a lovely sunny Sunday afternoon. Well, it's sunny where I am, and I hope you've got some nice weather wherever you are too. But if you haven't, just get cozy with a cuppa and a candle or whatever else, and we'll continue with my little project. It's gone quite well. This is the background for the last postcard. So I think I've done 12 in total. I'll be sending 10 out, and that means, you know, I've got a couple in hand for spares in case anything goes missing. But these are the ones that I completed on Friday. These have now been varnished as well, so they've got a nice matte varnish on. I used this to varnish them with. I've also been experimenting with this clear gesso, which is to go in between layers of painting. So if you want to do something else on top of it, you've got a little bit of tooth to work on, but you can still see the layer underneath. And that's worked rather well on a couple that I've just varnished. They're just drying off now. So I'm learning as I'm going about different things that I can do with these cards, especially with the collage background with the lots of little bits of jelly prints that I did previously last year. If you remember back in the summer last year when we had the big painting session, I've still got some left. So they do last for rather a long time. It depends on how many things you do with them, I presume. Anyway, so the layers that have gone on these, have had a whole host of mixed media that have gone into the making of. So let me take you through a few of the things that I've been using. So acrylic gouache or acrylic gouache. This is the Turner acrylic gouache. You can get a whole bind one as well. This is like a love child of acrylic and gouache, basically. So it dries to a matte finish, which is rather nice for going in with other media on top of it because it's got a little bit of tooth to it, as I say. But if you're using acrylic and you want to just then draw on top of it as well, I recommend this clear gesso. It's worked really, really well. You coat it on, it's kind of like liquidy. I don't know if I can show you actually how it is, but it's like a white liquid, but when it dries clear, and it's got a lot of tooth to it. I don't know if you know what that means. It means it's got something that other things can grip into, so that they can go over the top of like a smooth acrylic, for example. So I am going to be using this. I've just bought another big bottle of this as well. Well, there's a story behind this. I couldn't find this one, so I ordered another one, and you can guarantee as soon as you order another one, you find the one that you'd already got. So that's what happened. But I'm going to be doing some bigger paintings. Well, I'm definitely doing at least one bigger painting this year, which is to match the two that I've got in my living room at the moment. And I've been promising that I will do another one to finish the triptych, basically. So this will come in very handy because I found last time I was doing quite a few layers, and sometimes it was hard to get a certain media to show up because it needed that extra bit of tooth. So I am happy that this is working. So I have learned something. Anyway, so acrylic gouache. I've been working with some neon pencils on top of that. I've also been working with some Neo Colour ones, not the Neo Colour 2s, Neo Colour ones, of which I've got a full set of these. I've also got some metallics in these as well, which make up the full set, but I love these because they don't reactivate with water, whereas the Neo Colour 2s are aquarelle, so you can add water to them and they will reactivate and turn into a kind of a paint. You can draw with them as well, but it just so you know that when the Neocolour 2s have a little water or some water-based things added on top of them, they will move, whereas the Neocolour ones won't. I've been very naughty this morning and I have invested in a set of the Neo Art pastels. So watch out for a little look at those at some point in the future as well, because I am very, very interested to find out how they perform against I've got some Neo pastels, I've got Neocolour 1s, Neocolour 2s. So I'm going to try them out and see how I get on with them. I know that Sandy Hester, I don't know if you watch Sandy Hester, she swears by the Neo Arts, and she says they're really nice to work with. So I'm going to trust her on that one, because she's got good ideas, good colour ideas. So I'm going to go with that. Anyway, I am waffling. What else have I used on these? I didn't use my best pencils, actually. I've used these Ergosoft ones, the Staedtler ones that I think I originally bought these for my daughter when she was at school. So they're quite old ones, but they've been working nicely as well. So they've gone on there. So to recap, we had a collage base stuck down with Yoo-Hoo or the Cocoina, which I have to say in that fashion. Then I've been messing around with the acrylic gouache by Turner, acrylic gouache by Holbein. I've got both varieties, but they are very opaque, lovely to work with. And so then adding in bits of pencil work. Also been using these grabby acrylic markers too. They've gone on there because they're good for fine details. These are the extra fine tip ones. I've got some brush ones as well that I've been using. Literally, I've been throwing everything. I've been throwing everything at these postcards. So I will show you them. At the moment, the majority of them have been varnished and they're drying. And I did use the matte varnish on the ones that I've done here, but I've done a gloss varnish, a spray-on varnish, just to try up something different on the other ones. So I'll show you how that went at the end. But first of all, I've had a request for a bear, and this is especially for Sharon, because Sharon said she'd like to see a bear on one of my pieces. There were a lot of calls for bugs maybe as well, but I'm kind of feeling the bear, so let's do a bear. I have got another one with a bear on as well, but this one is especially for Sharon. So, don't know which to go in with. Shall I go in with these? Yeah, I'm going to try one of these pigment calligraphy pens to draw out my outline of my bear. So he is going to go which side? Probably this side. So let's get him in. So that's one ear going on there, coming across, and got another. He's got quite big ears, this bear. Sorry, bear, but you do have big ears. I'm not being rude. You've got quite big ears. So let's get those in there. Then I'm going to get his muzzle in. Got quite a big muzzle as well. That's where your nosy's going to be. That's where your mouth's going to be. Now you're going to have one eyeball, two eyeballs. We're going to have an inner ear and an inner ear. And then your body is just going to come down here. Because what you are going to be looking at is a beautiful flower that we're going to put at that side. I've done quite a few of these postcards with blooms and flowers on because, you know, it's that time of year, isn't it? But I'm keeping it fairly simple because I've tried not to overthink these. I've just kind of just gone in because I am well aware that these have to be sent out in the post by the 16th of May. So I want to give them a little bit of decent drying time while the varnish sets on them. So yeah, there's the bear. There's the bear. Where's the bear? There's the bear. Ignore me, I've gone a bit bonkers. Okay, this bear is going to be night blue and beryl green. So the beryl green is going to be the inner part of his muzzle and also the inner part of his ears. So I'm going to put a bit on my sheet here. I've got some very mucky water. Blech. It looks like swamp water at the minute, but yeah, I've just not had a chance to change it up. So let's get to some painting. Now I always add a little bit of water to these just because it loosens them up a little bit. I'm going to go over his mouth, so don't really worry too much, because I'm going to draw that back in. And just paint in his muzzle, leaving a little room for his nosy. I hope you're all well. I am now almost fully recovered from that horrible head cold. So all is well and good in the Kooky household. Yeah, had the most fantastic river cruise that was awesome. It went from Amsterdam to Budapest and we had an absolute blast. The weather was perfect. We couldn't have asked for better weather. We had a slight rainfall on the first night we were there, which is when we were kind of leaving or in the midst of being in Amsterdam. After that, no rain at all. It was perfect. So we had a wonderful time. And I went to various few places. I put a few photos on the Facebook group if anybody's interested in having a look at a couple of the places I went to. I went to a glass museum, which was awesome. And it was all different kinds of glass, so that was fun. And in Frankfurt, I went to the Peter Museum. Now, you may have heard of Peter. He was also known as Shock-Headed Peter. And he was a book that was written by a psychiatrist for his son because he couldn't find anything appropriate that he wanted to give him. He found out that all the picture books he wanted to buy, this is Hoffman, found out all the picture books he wanted to buy were very boring. He didn't like them. So he wanted something with a bit of oomph to it. So he got himself, instead of buying a picture book, he bought himself a blank notebook. And then drew his own pictures for his son. And there have been many iterations of this book. It's very well known. It had a cult following at some point, and it's been made into different variations on a theme, basically. I can see that I'll stop talking because I'm concentrating. I need to add a little bit more water into this. It's a bit thick. So I'm going to do my midnight blue bear. I don't know why I'm going round his eyes. I could just go over them and add them back in again, but hey ho. We do what we do. I want to cover up that initial line that I had there as well. I really don't know why I've got my water over the opposite side to where I usually have it. Let's move it over, shall we? The mucky swamp water that I really need to clean out. Going around his ears again. So yeah, I've done a variety of different animals on these, and I've done a set of ones that just have flowers on, just to change it up a little bit, because I don't know if I did 12 or 13 in the end. It could have been 13, but I wanted to have choices and also spares. So there is that. I do love how this acrylic gouache lies down, and it does dry very quickly and matte. So it's not shiny. Well, it's not super shiny, which makes it easier to add other media over the top. And here's his body. I'll probably give him a bow tie as well. I always give bears bow ties. I'm going to leave that bit of gold there. Just because... Do I want to leave that bit of gold? No, let's go over it. Can always add it back in. These were the bits, the gold bits were already on the paper, on the jelly print paper, with the stenciling over the top, so they have done me proud for many a project. And it's such a fun day when it's jelly printing day. It's always fun. I don't know whether to make his neck a bit thicker at that side. Maybe. Let's wipe off my brush. Yeah, let's take that down there a bit. That's better. It looked like he had a thin neck. And no bear wants a thin neck, do they? Although my daughter, when she was young, had a bear called Hair Bear. And Hair Bear, all his stuffing went down from his neck into his legs. So he had very huge legs and a very wobbly neck. But he was still very well loved. Okay, so I'm going to let that bit dry off and consider the lilies. What kind of a flower? Let me have a go into my pot of gouache. Ooh, there we go. And shall we go with the bright opera pink? Or shall we go the rose? Decisions. I think we'll grab out the opera pink because I like that. And we'll grab out the rose as well. That's two different variations of acrylic gouache. So that's the Holbein one, acrylic gouache. And that is the bigger version of the Turner ones, because you can see the difference in size. It's probably double the amount in this big one. Right, let's do what we can do. Look at that. I don't know if that shows up on camera as blooming fluorescent. It is. Blooming fluorescent. I'm going to add some water to this. Swamp water going in. Let's get myself a nice big bloom. Now the good thing about this is you can see the blue behind it. It kind of changes that to a very lovely violet colour, which I am very partial to. Like that a lot. So we've got a nice big flower head going on here. And the fluorescent paint is much more kind of transparent than all the other ones. But it gives me a nice circle. There we go. Now, I am going to, as I did with the other one, now that the middle part of his muzzle is almost dry, I'm going to go back in with that teal, very dark night blue to give him his nose. Every bear needs a nose, they do. And good enough for me. I wonder what happens if I put fluorescent on that blue. I'm just curious now. It's all about play. It's all about playing. I want to give him some cheeks, so I'm gonna see how it goes. Oh, that works fairly well. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah. Give him some nice pinky cheeks on top of his fur. I know you can't see bears' cheeks, but I like bears with cheeks. So this bear's got cheeks. He's a cheeky bear. What can I say? There we go. Now, at this point, we can't really see his eyes very much, so again, I'm going to go in, wash my brush off. I'm going to go in with that light beryl green, and I'm just going to paint his eyes in, and I shall add in some darker area when that's dry. You can see it does dry quickly. This is real time. I'm not waiting in between times for it to dry. I'm just going for it. So we have eyeballs of a sort. They haven't got the balls in them yet, but they will in a moment when it's dry. And then, do I want to use a really thin brush? Oh no, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to give it a shot to do his mouth. So, concentration, head on. Give him a big smile. It's gone a bit weird there, but we can do something with that. That's all good. It's got a smile. And I'm just going to use some of that beryl just to neaten it up a little bit. Here we go. Very forgiving. Right. Now for petals on my flower. What I'm going to do is to mix these two together to get a weird colour. Wonder what that looks like with fluorescent pink in it. No, I'm not going to try. And then I'm going to go all around my flower like so. Just pressing down, filling my brush up with paint, and then just pressing down from the tip backwards to give myself some petals. They kind of match the bear, actually. We're not going to worry, but I'm not going to waste paint either. So if I've got something on this palette, because I can't really easily get it back into the tube, so I'm going to use it. Oh, that's made that very watery. Hopefully that dries okay. That'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be fine. So we've got a flower. Give it a wash. And where is my old rag to dry my brush on? So my flower needs some yellow, and I've got this dandelion yellow which I've been using. So in order to kind of keep things in the same colour palette as the rest of them, or similar, I'm going to use this. And see what that looks like on top of this fluorescent pink. You know I like my leery colours, okay? If you want to do yours in different colourways, you do yours however you like. So we've got some yellow on there. I want to give my bear some fur detail as well, so let's go down here and give him some fur detail in this dandelion yellow, because I like it. So yeah, that'll do nicely. Got some furry detail, and let's put him a bow tie on while we're down here. Make it stand out against his fur. Like so. One side, two sides. That's going a bit weird. We won't worry. Can neaten that up in a minute. That's all good. Okay, let's take that down there. Make that a little bigger. Yay! Almost there. So now getting a little bit of that blue again to add into his eyes. You can do this with a pen either. You can do it with like an acrylic pen. Acrylic paint pen, should I say. Yeah. That's cool. Okay. So what else do I need on here? I need a little stalk for my flower. That can come from there and go down there, like that. That will do nicely. So there is going to be a little bit of waiting time now. Just want to let all of this dry and then we'll go in with another layer. While it's drying, I've decided to go in with a bit of fluorescent yellow. I do like my fluorescent, so I'm just going to see how this goes. This is a golden. It's a high flow acrylic, so you can use this in airbrushes, I think, as well. It's rather like an ink. So it's, yeah, it gives ink vibes to me, but it's still very pigmented, which is nice. So I thought I'd put some of that on too, just because. Just because, why not? So I added in some little fluorescent-y yellow highlights onto that. Another one just there. Let's get some smaller ones in. I get carried away with this, it's rather lovely. Right there. There for bear. Right, I have also, so this iridescent fine deep, it's my favourite gold from Golden. This is a fluid acrylic, not a high flow. I just need a tiny dot of it because it goes for miles, and I just want to add in some into my bear's bow tie. So he's going to have a little bit of a gold middle to his bow tie and some little bits that come out the side, like so. He's going to have a gold swooshy on his nose, a little gold dot in his eye. And then the rest of this I'm not going to waste. It's going to be the middle of this flower. So I'm going to add some gold in. It just adds a touch of lushness to your piece. You don't need too much. You just need a little touch of it and it's just gorgeous. So that's going in there as well. I'm just considering if I need to add any other thing in the acrylic way. I've got some acrylic paint pens I can use to add some detail in somewhere. But I don't think there is anything I need now. I think I've got a little bit of waste there, but a lot of that is water, so I'm not going to worry too much. And things need using up, don't they? It's no good letting them just hang for years without being used. So I'm going to do a bit of a sweep up now. And I will save these. Look at that. Look at that. Let them dry. And some of the things you can use in collage as well. Rather cool. Rather cool. Let's have a little YP. Okay, so Bear is all dry now, and that means I can go in with some other media if I need to. I don't think I need to add in too much to this, but I will go in with some Neocolor just because I like it and it can add in some more details. So I'm going to go with the white. I've got this lovely light blue. What else? Oh, I like the light cobalt blue as well. And this lemon yellow. So what you can do with these is add in some little extra details if you want to. I quite like to highlight the petals on my flower. You can do whatever you like with yours. This is such a freeing way to work. I am enjoying this. I am considering as well, hear me out, it's going to be index card a day coming out pretty soon. Similar size to these postcards, probably a little bit smaller maybe. And I am considering whether to use this kind of method for my index card a day for this year. Woohoo! I know. So that might be something that I fancy having a go with. Because I can fling everything at these. Literally, I can fling whatever I like to it and it's all going really nicely. Trying to think of all the different sections of iCAD that there are. You don't have to follow them. The iCAD sectional prompts, I do like to follow them though. This is the thought I'm having. And I'm wondering whether I can transfer this whole method over to iCAD as well. Which I'm sure there must be a way. I'm sure there must be. Let's try a different one. Let's go with the yellow. Or this blue, which works quite nicely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So I'm liking that. Do I want to put some more marks on his fur in the yellow, perhaps? Let's give him some more little furry marks. Not too many, just enough. I'm going to call that done. That's all I need for this one. Now, how I finish the edges off, usually I wait until I put the backing on, but I'm just going to do it anyway. I've got this VersaCraft ink pad and I just swoosh it down the edges like this. And that kind of gives it a nice edging. And some of it goes onto the front and some of it mooches over onto the back, but I kind of think it finishes off the card really nicely. I may redo this again when I stuck the postcard backs on, but I quite like that, so we'll leave that off to dry for a second. The only thing that needs doing with this now is the varnish, and I'm just going to show you the other postcards that I've got. Clear off that bit of acrylic ink. Actually, I don't need that anymore. Throw it away. So this was the matte medium on the first three that I did. And it's really nice. Leaves a nice smoothie finish, but it's not shiny. I only did one coat of this, but this was like a spray-on varnish. I'm trying to remember the name of it now. I'll put it up on the screen so that you can use it. Because that's got more of a shine to it, whereas that's got a slight shine, but this is much more shiny. So I did this guy, one of my corvid birdies. Here's another of the bears. So we've got two bears now. Look. And this one's got a glossy finish to him. You can see that now, probably in the light. Quite like that. It's a bit like, you know, the old postcards where they had like a nice gloss to them. I like those. I've got this pussycat and another one. So I did two cats. And I've got a birdie and some flowers. I've got another cat here. It's basically cats, bears and birds. But, you know, got this little bird here. Got this one here that just says bloom. And I've got another one here that says bloom. It says bloom, bloom, bloom at the bottom, just to make sure. So those are all going to have the little edgy bits put on them. And then I'm just going to stick, like I did on the back of these, the postcard backing. So I'm going to do that. A little snail there for snail mail. So that's it. That's going to be my postcards complete. So I've got 3 there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And with that other bear that I've just done, 13. Unlucky for some, but lucky for me, because I've got enough for my postcard swap and some spares. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've enjoyed having a little look at my methods of to quickly get myself some postcards going. If I'd had more time, I'd probably still have been rushing around at the end anyway. This is the dichotomy. I would still be doing the rushing even if I'd had more time to do them. So I obviously thrive on being under a little bit of pressure. It didn't feel like pressure though, to be honest. I've enjoyed every minute of this, and I do like the 2 different finishes. Also, I've noticed as well with the clear gesso, you can still kind of feel that underneath. Now, if I put another layer of varnish on, you probably wouldn't. But I'm only going to go with 1 layer of varnish because drying time, people, drying time, and you need to post these out on time. I think 1 layer's fine. Anyway, if you're going to have a go at making some postcards, they don't have to be for a swap or anything, although there will be another iHanna swap sometime in the autumn. But if you want to know when that is, it would be an idea to go and sign up for her newsletter where she does all the announcements. Anyway, that's enough from me. I hope you have enjoyed this. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I can't even emphasize how much this means to the channel, just to get the interaction from you guys, the comments, the likes and the subscribes. These all show to the algorithm gods that this is worth looking at, and they should push it out to other people. So please, if you can, it would be lovely to hear from you, see what you'd like to put on your postcards if you were making some, or just to let me know about anything else you want to let me know about. Anyway, that's enough from me. I'll be back here very soon with something else. Bye for now.